You know, when you told everyone you'd be commentating on the co-op, Jonah, I literally sat here in the most light-you-got-me-esque manner possible, and I said to myself, this won't end well. So I had pretty low expectations going into your video, honestly. And when I got done watching it, well, all I can say is,
I sure hope somebody picks up that phone, because I f***ing called it!
hey everyone, it's Kurumitoa here. Today I'm going to be commentating on an old co-op partner of mine, Jonah Smith. Long story short, Beka and I covered his quad up with Cal on Halo Fan, and he decided to make a commentary in response. Let's not waste much more time on this because honestly there's a lot of shit to cover and dissect apart. Well, since we're done with that little rant, I'd like to add in, a little complaint or two about this skit.
Oh my gosh, Kurome, are you sick or something? Do you need to be sent to a doctor? Well, actually, you're a filthy weeb. That's kinda mandatory. But in all seriousness, Beka, since I know you're the one who edited this, learn the freaking audio balance. Kurome already speaks slow enough as it is, and having this loud background music just ends up drowning him more than a large person in a swimming pool. Yeah, I have issues.
Your line delivery is flat, boring, and unemotional.
Okay, maybe this is just a me thing, but this always seems to bug me. When I'm talking about the lack of elaboration when it comes to points about acting, specifically when you say that the voices are boring. You could have just easily gone into more detail for how it was boring. Were you speaking too low, too high, you did not match the situation? You kinda go into a little bit of detail, but it just doesn't feel like enough. Just saying it's boring, which is opinionated by the way, isn't really enough to help your targets improve.
Is it becoming a required talent in Can to put words in people's mouths? I was criticizing your line delivery, not your voice, Jonah. I said in the original video, you all came off as flat and unemotional, thus being boring. Like, bruh. Do I really need to explain in any further detail on how that works? Also, in what way does Pokemon have to do with any of the following videos you're going to cover? I'd at least given this some benefit of the doubt if this was related to Pokemon, but apart from Discount's new name, I found no relevance, at all.
So let me get this straight. Because the topic is relating to Pokemon, it means that we can't have a Pokemon-related intro skit. That's just dumb logic, especially since there was a reason behind it. We covered 3 videos of Halo fans. Since it was a triple feature, using a Pokemon League was a way to use the system of said League's continuous battles to make a continuous commentary challenge. Also, this just came to me. Kurome, the intro skit we made when we collabed. It wasn't related to Pokemon, was it? Well shoot, I guess that means our intro skit was garbage too. And yeah, I know the video was disowned, but either way, it still applies.
Oh hi Ryan, when did you get here? This amuses me to no end since you seem to think that I wouldn't catch this, but you're full of shit here. When you were first talking about the intro skit idea after the co-op menu was released, you admit, as shown in the screenshot here, that none of you even knew why you went with this to begin with. See, contrary to popular belief, Jonah, I see almost everything that goes on in the Can chat. So, hiding behind the hypothetical excuse Ryan threw out there on Doodle's livestream isn't gonna work here. Also, let's talk about the comparison between the Can intro skit and our intro skit. You know, the one that didn't relate to Pokemon or any other series we like for, no reason. Sorry fam, but you trying to use the argument of, well, we didn't do that in our co-op intro, so I guess by your logic it's trash. What did I tell you about putting words in my mouth, by the way? It just doesn't make any sense what's there bloody ever.
It's no use! It's no use! It's no use!
Why? Why do I say anything? Why do I do anything?
Oh my god, this intro sucks so bad I can't stand it. I mean, normally I'm not the type of person to deal with intros, but due to how badly this one is, I have to make an exception.
Huh. How ironic considering how shit your intro was.
But, Beka, hypocrisy doesn't make them wrong.
And Kurome, you're correct. Hypocrisy doesn't make us wrong. Here, have a cookie. And Beka, I would actually agree if you and Kurome had actually, shown our intro card. Without that context, we really don't know why it was bad, and it comes up as more of a pot shot than anything else. What makes this actually upsetting is that there were problems with said intro that you could have caught out, especially regarding the syncing of the avatar pics showing up.
That cookie was out of date, by the way. Fucker. In all seriousness though, you mentioned the word potshot. That's exactly what it was, you dingus. And really, if one needs context for what we're talking about in relation to your comm, we provided the link to the quote up in the description. If you need the context that badly, it's accessible. You just need to go to the original video and see it for yourself. So, it's not like we're leaving you completely in the dark, bruh.
It's no use! It's no use! It's no use!
On that note, can I bring up the lack of variety? Throughout said intro, all we see is footage of Captain Falcon in the story mode of Super Smash Bros. Brawl. And that's it. Just that and the color change. It's simply laziness.
Hey Jonah, at least it's not random pics or videos.
Several things. First of all, he really didn't need to add much more footage than that, given how short the intro actually was, and lack of variety. You guys had a reel of still images for your intro.
But Kurome, hypocrisy doesn't make them wrong.
I know this is a joke, but gosh dang it, Becca, stop trying to steal my points. I am an imaginary lawyer. I know all about the art of suing people.
Okay. You know, the point was saying you might not be wrong, but you look far less credible when you're a hypocrite with these jokes, right? How many uses does that hypocrisy card have left again?
None. Wait, actually we had to put out a loan on that joke. We're going into debt, Kurome.
Okay, I left this point out for now since it's most relevant, but your acting isn't that great either, Becca. I mean, think about the situation. You say you're going into debt, which is a big issue in the real world. I know, it's a joke and all. If you're going into debt, at least try to sound worried about it rather than speak like a normal everyday person would. It's like if somebody told me this. Jonah, I'm sorry to say, but you haven't passed high school. And I responded with like this. Wow, I can't believe it. This can't be happening. In other words, get good, you scrubs.
Hey scrub! You know the flap delivery's intentional, right? It's something we call deadpan. To explain this better, I'll take your example and use something similar. Someone walks up to me and says, "You failed high school, Kurome," and I respond with, "Well, shit." That style of humor is what Becca and I tend to do, so naturally we'd be using it in a co-op. Hell, even before here, this was the case. For example...
But Kurome, hypocrisy doesn't make them wrong.
Karma's just like you. A bitch.
Ow, my jaw. Dick.
So, before you critique a joke, make sure you actually get the point of said joke is what I'm trying to get across here. Hey, Crimson, buddy. You guys love your hypotheticals. Let's imagine one right now. What if Halo fans stuttering is so bad or so close together that editing them out would butcher the audio to the point of not being able to be understood? Not every single person with a speech impediment could just magically edit their audio to remove said impediment.
Woo-wee! I just love the condescending attitude you're having towards discount. I know you were trying to show us how you were playing around with discount, but judging by your tone and delivery, it feels like you were making fun of discount. Your acting sucks. You good.
Oh, and you guys are perfect angels when it comes to this. Yeah, you know, saying his acting sucks, or in the beginning saying he's really bad, and at this, he's worse than crap. No, my hearing must be off, huh? I must be freaking deaf.
Becca. Sorry, the fact that nobody's made that joke astounds me. But what happened to the hypocrisy card being on the last use a second ago? If you're going to make a joke, actually stand by it. Also, this point feels kinda jarring, especially since you didn't decide to actually show the point that Sonic was trying to debunk. Actually, there's a problem with some of the points in this video, including the next one. Context is just kinda gone. Kinda like America's dignity right now. Also, one more point to add on to that. Kurome, your point of what if the stutters were too close together that editing out would be hard to understand. That debunks nothing. Not only does it not mean the problem suddenly goes away, but Halo fans could simply do retakes.
You stupid mother fucker. My point was, not everyone with a speech impediment can solve the issue of it coming through in their lines with audio editing. So how in the 9 circles of hell would doing retakes, if this were to be the case, help in any sense? It wouldn't. Just, you know, pointing that out to you because I'm terrified you're too dense to get the issue here. I mean, hell, if I kept doing retakes and my speech was something along the lines of, I needed to retakes because it's really close together and I don't know what to fucking do here. Tell me how the hell I'd fix the issue with retakes. And with all that said, we get to our final thoughts, since that's more or less where you were ending up at that point anyway. Okay. Jonah, you've denied this being damage control, but I frankly can see why people might assume this was exactly that. You seem to really only try to debunk certain points that you saw as easy targets to save face from that god-awful quad-up, and it's funny to me how you only really started doing this after Ryan Senpai kind of threw some excuses your way to use, but seeing as how he seemed to pull them from his ass as he skimmed the video as he admitted on the stream, no wonder they were shitty. I'll admit there were a handful of points you got right, all of which could be counted on one hand. This entire video, however, fell flat with your arguments being off at best and completely missing the point at worst. Well, aren't we all glad to get that over with? This has been Kermit Toa, and I swear the fact we've all made can puns in the title of these videos amuses me to no end. It kind of just proves that we're all cancer. Alright, I'm out of here. I'm done. Have a nice day, I guess. Bye.